Anthony G., otherwise known as Tony Koloff, grew up in Mason City, the hometown of music man Meredith Wilson. Music was in Tony's blood from a young age, and in high school he built a low-power radio transmitter in his bedroom. Who does that, right? Broadcasting to his sister's radio and classmates driving past. That's classic. Tony's first DJ job was with KSMN AM radio weekends while attending NIACC. Then he moved on to AWAD, the University of Iowa campus station located in the Quadrangle Dormitory in Iowa City. And after college, he returned to Mason City as DJ Anthony G., serving as the music director at rock and roll station KRIB AM 1490. He was thrilled to discover and play from the stacks of the record company promotional records the first Beatles and Rolling Stones songs, among many others before they hit the national charts. After military service, Koloff moved to Cedar Rapids to work as the morning air personality at a top 40 station, KLWW. Then in October of 1968, he finally moved to Minneapolis, where Tony became the morning air personality on an all-request rock and roll station, KRSI AM 950, and also on the FM 104.1 in St. Louis Park. February 1971, KBEW station owner Paul Hedberg recruited Koloff to work at his new station, KQAD AM 800 in Luverne, Minnesota, for 7 years. It was during this time that Tony and his wife Sue researched FM construction permits and decided to create KIOW FM in Forest City, close to their hometowns. And in 1978, the Koloff family, now with 3 children, moved to Forest City to build, own, and operate KIOW as a live and local music, news, information, sports station for the community. In December 91, Sue and Tony built a second station, KMCH FM 94.7 in Manchester. Now their son, Jim Koloff, took over as manager. These 2 stations are now part of the Koloff Media Radio Group of Northeast Iowa, which consists of 12 radio stations in 7 communities, including Forest City, Britt, Mason City, Clear Lake, Charles City, New Hampton, Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and Manchester. As a lifelong lover and collector of rock and roll music, Tony ensured his stations were always playing it. In retrospect, his favorite part of operating stations has always been spinning the hits. Congratulations, Tony.
There's lots of volunteers running this show and this whole association. Connie Ballins is one of them, as volunteer running the association, and she's volunteering now doing this, but her brother was Richie Ballins. And she supports honoring all bands with this association and honoring them. So thank you for your work. And all of you volunteers, you're all volunteers running this association, honoring these bands. So thank you for all that. Also, if there were a radio business Hall of Fame, the first person they'd put in would be my wife, Sue Koloff. And I don't know where you guys are, but the whole Koloff family is here. Will you stand up? Because they wouldn't be here if they weren't the radio business people. So thank you, family. And thank you for inducting me into the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as DJ Anthony G. from 1963 through 1970. In my early days of playing vinyl 45 RPM records, I played the hit singles of the first 2 bands included into the Iowa Hall of Fame in 1997. This association began in 1997. DJ and the Runaways and the Fendermen were the 2 first inductees into this Hall of Fame. While working at 3 different rock and roll top 40 radio stations in Mason City, Cedar Rapids, and Minneapolis, I also discovered from hundreds of promotional records received every week other as yet unknown bands I discovered, including the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, before they hit the National Hot 100 charts. What a thrill for me to see these records that I listened to before they ever became famous to hit the big time. Wow. The first Iowa DJs inducted into this Hall of Fame were two disc jockeys I listened to and learned from, Dick Youngs and Peter McLean. They were the first two disc jockeys inducted into the Hall of Fame, both on-air personalities at KIO AM 940 in Des Moines. Connie Valens, one of them was Connie Valens' hero, Dick Youngs, mine too. I am very honored today to join them.